Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Dillian Whyte could be happening in September. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Dillian Whyte could potentially be happening in September. I don't have a date, but coming from a little bit of sources, this fight could be happening. Here's my take on the whole situation. I think this is going to be a great fight. It puts him in the #1 position to fight the winner between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And it's going to be interesting because Dillian Whyte, I truly believe that he's going to give Andy Ruiz all he's got. As we've seen, Dillian Whyte got brutally knocked out by Alexander Perfectin in the first fight. In the second fight, he knocked out Alexander Perfectin, stopping him and put him on a stool. So I think Andy Ruiz is going to be very successful in this fight. I think styles make fights. Andy Ruiz has very fast hands. He sets up his combinations beautifully. And he's got power, you know. He knocked out Anthony Joshua to win all the belts and be unified. And a lot of people wants to see Andy Ruiz fight Anthony Joshua again. They believe that he can beat him again. And I believe that he can beat him again. But it's definitely going to be for the #1 spot in the WBC mandatory. I feel bad for whoever's got to fight Deontay Wilder. That's going to be a very hard fight for Dillian Whyte and Andy Ruiz because Andy Ruiz has some flaws as well. He gets hit with jabs way too much. It's like these guys are not slipping punches enough. The right hand is there, and Andy Ruiz is not going to be successful with Deontay Wilder if he keeps getting hit with right hands. We seen it in the second fight between him and Anthony Joshua. We all know he blew up to 300-something pounds. And Andy Ruiz just doesn't have head movement. He's got a somewhat of a style like Anthony Joshua, but he's faster and got a lot of power, got good combination, good footwork. But he'll just stand there in the mid-round, stand there robotic, and he won't slip punches and he won't move his head as much, you know. And you supposed to be training in the Canelo Alvarez camp, and Canelo ain't teaching you how to slip punches. I mean, Andy Ruiz, he's got to be better, you know. I think he's going to beat Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is absolutely, in my opinion, not going to beat Andy Ruiz because Dillian Whyte, if y'all seen his last fight against Alexander Perfectin, the dude was throwing windmill punches, okay? The dude just can't box, in my opinion. He throws windmill punches. He's got a lot of power. He can knock you out. But the dude, his ring IQ, he does not have the best ring IQ, in my opinion. I don't think Dillian Whyte deserves to fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder because he's just going to get outboxed very badly by Tyson Fury because he just don't have the size to compete. And he's not going to be able to take Deontay Wilder's power from the right hand. And the new Deontay Wilder we got now, he's definitely not beating Deontay Wilder. I can see Andy Ruiz giving Deontay Wilder some problems, but Andy Ruiz eventually, due to the weight he has, his stamina is going to wear down faster, and Deontay Wilder is a much athletic fighter than Andy Ruiz. But Andy Ruiz, you can't sleep on him because he beat Anthony Joshua in the sport of boxing. Anything happened. I like Andy Ruiz. I think this is a great fight to make. I have Andy Ruiz winning the fight against Dillian Whyte. I don't think Dillian Whyte has nothing to offer Andy Ruiz. And I just want to know what's going to happen when Dillian Whyte gets beat by Andy Ruiz and they can't use Dillian Whyte as the puppet anymore. I hope this fight happens. I hope Andy Ruiz beat the brakes off of Dillian Whyte. I cannot back the British fighter. I'd rather back up a Mexican fighter before a British fighter because British fighters are not stronger than Mexican fighters. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours. And I believe this is going to be a very, very interesting fight. Like I said before, #1 spot for the WBC. Winner gets Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Let's make the fight happen. I think this fight may be happening on the East Coast and West Coast. And since Andy Ruiz has a big name, he gives the opportunity for Dillian Whyte to really bring a name to America. If Dillian Whyte wants to get big or whatever or not, if he wants to have a name in America, this is a big name on your resume. If you beat Andy Ruiz, I have no faith in Whyte beating Andy Ruiz. Styles make fights. I just don't see Andy Ruiz losing. If he loses to Dillian Whyte, that would very shock me because Andy Ruiz is a very smart boxer. It's just the fact that you shouldn't lose to a guy like Dillian Whyte. Absolutely not. With the skill set that Andy has, he shouldn't lose to a guy of Dillian Whyte. But WBC spots on the line for number one. Hopefully this fight gets made in September. I'm excited for the fight. And that's that, people. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.